Yo, what is good, everybody? This is the Chosen One FN, and we're back with another video. Today we are exploring an alternate timeline in which something changed in the 2004 offseason. As you may know, Shaquille O'Neal in the 2004 offseason left Kobe Bryant to go play with Dwayne Wade on the Miami Heat. Well, we're doing the same scenario, but different timeline. So, what if Shaq stayed on the Lakers and Kobe went to Miami to play with Dwayne Wade? Now, I'm going to simulate the entire season, of course, but I'm going to see this game versus the Lakers they played. Lakers win 111-93. But from now on, Kobe and Shaq have the ability to do whatever they want. They can leave, they can stay, it doesn't matter. Lakers win 111-93. Shaq had 18 and 8 with 7 blocks on 8 for 11 shooting. Dwayne Wade had 25 on 11 to 19 shooting. And Kobe had 29 on 12 to 21 shooting. But I will see you at the end of the 2004-2005 NBA season. Here at the end of the 2005 season, and there is no MVP for Kobe or Shaq. Dwight Howard. Nope, nothing for any of the guys. Suns, they get Coach of the Year. They went 70-12. Shaq gets on All NBA First Team, averaging 24, 10, 2 assists, and 2 blocks on 60% from the field and 55% from the free throw line. And Kobe doesn't make any All NBA team. He makes all defensive second team, though. Shaq doesn't make a defensive team. Kobe averaged 24, 6, 5, 2 steals on 59% from the field, 32% from 3, and 81% from the free throw line. And we're in the playoffs here. Miami's the 4 seed here in the East, and the Lakers are the 7 seed here in the West. So we'll see if there's a jumping game. The Lakers got swept by the Rockets. How did Shaq perform in the series? 27 and 8 in the first game, 8 for 15 shooting. Game 2, he had 19 points and 7 rebounds on 7 for 20 shooting. Game 3, 18 and 9 on 8 for 14 shooting. And then game 4, 37 and 8 on 16 for 23 shooting. And they still couldn't close it out over here. Kobe over here is down 3-1 to the Raptors. Oh, game 7 here. How does he do? Game 7. Okay, the Heat are down 3, 43 seconds left. We're going to see if they can close it out to move on to the second round. Kobe, he's open. He gets it in.
Seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Bryant, the bounce pass. Jones.
Oh, Jones for 3. Bang! Come on now. That ties the game with 34 seconds left.
Well, that was long too. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot. Against the Rose. Driving to the basket.
And the Raptors missed a layup. He called timeout. 23.9 left.
Their biggest lead of the game was not. But he called time. Matt Riley stepped in for the Raptors. And now the leaders. Another quarter, David Owen.
There is a 24-second shot clock. Hey, come on, Wayne.
Tomorrow, we've got to go focus and get this victory.
Okay, David, thanks. 6 to shoot.
Wade ice on here. He's going to take the last shot.
Here's Wade.
Oh, he draws around.
Can't
Foul.
shoot.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D
He misses the first one. Dwayne Wade, what are you doing? The second one, he makes. Raptors call timeout, 2.5 seconds left.
Guys, what are their best options now?
And guys, it all comes down to this one shot to win the game. They have just enough time to run a play that'll lead to a catch and shoot here on the inbound. Maybe one quick pass and then get it up.
From deep three-point
What?
land.
He missed. The Miami Heat are going to the second round. And they're going to move on to the second round because of a dumb play by the Raptors there at the end. So let's see how Kobe did this series. 27, 8, and 10 on 12 of 18 shooting in game 1. Game 2, 27, 7, and 5 on 12 of 22 shooting. Game 3, 24 points on 10 of 16 shooting. Game 4, 23 and 7 on 9 for 19 shooting. Game 5, he had 33, 5, and 6 on 13 to 25 shooting. Game 6, 22, 7, and 6 on 9 to 13 shooting. And then Game 7, he had 24, 6, and 6 on 10 of 21 shooting. Now we move into the second round here versus 76ers. Miami at 1-0. Game 2 goes to Miami. Game 3 goes to Philadelphia. Game 4 goes to Philadelphia. Game 5 goes to Miami. Game 6 goes to Philadelphia. He's having a back-to-back Game 7. Can he win here? They're down 5. 42 seconds left. I'm going to see if they can make a comeback. If not, the 76ers go to the conference finals.
Here's Iverson. Oh, I'm here.
Iguodala for 3. He's wide open. He hits it. Yeah, that's game. I'm not even going to lie. That's game. 76ers win 110-104. I saw that 3. I'm like, nope, game's over. Game's over there. So, disappointing first season as Allen Iverson gets his championship. I was about to say, I'm assuming neither one of them retired. But, are either of them free agents? Can either of them leave? No, Kobe. Oh, he broke his ankle. Ugh. Did he play? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He broke his left ankle in Game 6. That's why we lost and couldn't win Game 7. But he's under contract for 3 years. Shaq's under contract for 3 years. So neither of them can leave. So I will see you at the end of the 2005-2006 NBA season. End of the 2005-2006 NBA season. Neither of them win MVP. Goes to LeBron. And they win no awards. Suns with 69-13. None of them on first team. Kobe and Shaq and Dwayne Wade are all 3 on second team. Kobe averaged 26, 6, and 5. 2 steals on 51% from the field, 36% from 3, and 82% from the free throw line. And then Shaq averaged 20, 10 with 2 blocks. He also averaged 2 assists on 57% from the field, 55% from the free throw line. And Kobe also made all defensive second team with those numbers. The Heat missed the playoffs and so did the Lakers. What happened? The Heat went 42-40, which is 9th in the Eastern Conference. And then the Lakers also got 9th, but they went 40-42. They just lost the tiebreaker to the Warriors. So, bad year for both Kobe and Shaq as they both missed the playoffs here in 2006. And LeBron gets his ring. And now, draft lottery here. They're both going to be near the bottom. Trailblazers have the Lakers pick though, so let's see. Yeah, they Heat stay at 14. The Trailblazers have the Lakers pick at 12. I want to see who the Heat draft here. This is the 2006 class, so the Kyle Lowry, LaMarcus Aldridge, Brandon Roy draft. And they are going to draft Booby Gibson with their 14th overall pick. Was there anybody better? Oh, I forgot Rondo was in this class. I mean, yeah, there was. You could have drafted like Sheldon Williams, Jordan Farmar. That's about it. PJ Tucker maybe would be better. But they chose him and they got to stick with him. I believe Kobe and Shaq are still under contract. 2 years, yep. So we'll move on and I'll see you at the end of the 2006-2007 NBA season. The 2006-2007 here, and again, neither of them can win an MVP. So can they win anything? Nope. Okay, neither of them make first team, neither of them make second team. Kobe and Shaq both make third team. Kobe averaged 23, 6, and 5 with 2 steals and a block on 52% from the field, 38% from the three-point line, and 85% from the free throw line. Shaq, on the other hand, averaged 19, 8, and 2 with almost a steal and 2 blocks a game on 53% from the field and 50% from the free throw line. Jesus, I can't speak. Kobe makes all defensive first team. Along with that, the Heat missed the playoffs and so did the Lakers for the second straight year in a row. So the Lakers, they placed 12th in the conference going 28-54. And the Heat placed 9th in the Eastern Conference going 42-40. 1 game behind the Bucks. That sucks. So we're going to move here into the 2007 draft. This is the KD draft. It would be insane if either of these teams got lucky enough to draft him, number 1, or even like an Al Horford, Mike Conley type. Like Thaddeus Young, Jeff Green. Like, you'd be lucky to get these guys. So, the Lakers have their pick at 5, and the Heat have their pick at 12. So, let's see how that shapes out. Lakers stay at 5, Heat stay at 12. Okay. So, let's see who each team drafts with their lottery picks. And the Heat get Yee. They get Yee. Yep, they get Yee. And the Lakers get Marc Gasol. Interesting. So, they probably got the best player they could have. Same thing with the Heat. Yeah. They both got the best player they could have. I mean, unless you want Joakim Noah over Marc Gasol, which I like Marc Gasol more personally, but whatever. So, but they're both under contract still. Yep, 1 year, 1 year. So I will see you at the end of the 2007-2008 NBA season. The end of the 2007-2008 NBA season. Neither of them can win MVP. So that sucks. Kobe's on All-NBA first team averaging 30 because Dwayne Wade left him in the offseason, that's why. So he's averaging 36 and 5 with 2 steals a night on 54% from the field, 43% from 3, and 83% from the line. Shaq doesn't make any team. And Dwayne Wade went to the Raptors. And Kobe also makes all defensive second team. The Heat are the 1 seed. The Lakers missed the playoffs. So the Lakers, they went 39-43, missing out by 1 game, getting the 11 seed. But the Heat here, they're in the playoffs. So round 1 versus the 8 seeded Magic. Game 1 goes to the Heat. Game 2 goes to the Heat. Game 3 goes to the Heat. Game 4 goes to the Magic. Game 5 goes to the Heat. They gentlemen sweep. Kobe had 31 and 8 in the first game on 13 to 26 shooting. In game 2, he had 49, 7, and 6 on 16 for 20 shooting. Game 3, he had 30 and 7 on 10 to 17 shooting. And then in game 4, he had 24 and 5 on 7 to 18 shooting. And in game 5, 22 and 5 with 5 turnovers on 8 to 22 shooting. So bad game for him, but they still win. Game 1 goes to the Nets. Game 2 goes to the Heat. Game 3 goes to the Heat. Game 4 goes to the Nets. Game 5 goes to the Heat. Game 6 goes to the Nets. We got a Game 7 here, but I want to check his stats each game up to this point. 34, 9, and 6 on 14 to 27 shooting in game 1. Game 2, 37 points with 6 turnovers on 12 of 26 from the field. Game 3, he had 21 and 7 with 6 turnovers on 8 for 20 shooting. Game 4, 28, 5, and 5 on 12 of 23 shooting. Game 5, he had 32, 11 on 13 of 24 shooting. And then Game 6, he had 48, 5, and 6 on 15 of 22 shooting. And they still lost. But we're going to see if he can advance here to the conference finals. Can Kobe Bryant advance to the conference finals for the first time since leaving the Lakers? They're just steadily behind. Yep. Game is over. Losing 7. Kobe had 37, 6, and 6 on 11 to 21 shooting. But he just couldn't get no help. Like 12 points, 10 points. He can't get any help from his teammates. And unless I'm wrong, they're both free agents this offseason. So draft lottery, I want to see what the Lakers end up. 12th in odds. They end up number 12 again. So let's see who they draft here in the 2008 Derrick Rose, Russell Westbrook, Kevin Love draft. And they draft Nick Batum. Actually, that ain't a bad pick. Because they've got someone better in the lottery. Nick Batum at 12. No, not really. No, not really. I mean, they would have loved Derrick Rose or Russell Westbrook or Michael Beasley, Kevin Love, even OJ Mayo, but unable to get them. Kobe and Shaq both free agents. No, Shaq re-signed on a 3-year deal, and Kobe re-signed on a 4-year deal. So I will see you at the end of the 2008-2009 NBA season. 2009 season here, again, neither of them can get an MVP. They're a bit too old for that. Marc Gasol, most improved player. He's with Shaq now. Wizards are the best team. And neither of them make All-NBA teams. But Kobe gets on All-Defensive second team. He averaged 26, 5, 6, 2 steals, a block, on 50% from the field, 41% from the free throw line, and 86% from the free throw line. The Heat missed the playoffs, and so did the Lakers. For the Lakers, they were the 15th seed in the West, 30 and 52. And then for the Heat, they were the 10th seed, 44 and 38. They just lost tiebreakers to the Celtics and Cavs. So that's going to end this season. So far, no success at all for either Kobe or Shaq. Shaq can't even make the playoffs. But I believe they're both still under contract. Actually, we're going to check the draft lottery, see if any of them can get a high pick in this Steph Curry, DeMar DeRozan, Blake Griffin, James Harden draft. This would be legendary if they can get a top 4 pick, any of them. So the Heat, they're projected 13. The Lakers are projected number 4. Lakers fall to 5. Heat stay at 13. Now, who are the Heat going to draft? And they take Hasheem Thabeet with their pick. Close my eyes so I can't see the Lakers pick. Yeah, I mean, they could have took Ricky Rubio, but, whatever. And the Lakers got Drew Holiday, so that's a good pick for them. Personally, I would have went with, like, DeRozan or somebody, but Drew Holiday's not a terrible option. A defensive guard next to Shaq. More so next to Lamar Odom, because Shaq's washed now. Well, actually, it's more than Marc Gasol now. But Shaq's on a 2-year deal. Kobe's on a 3-year deal. So I will see you at the end of the 2009-2010 NBA season. 2009-2010 season here. Of course, neither of them get MVP. But Shaq did change teams. I'll tell you about that in a second. Neither of them make All NBA teams. And Kobe's not going to make the defensive team either. But Shaq got traded sometime in November from the Lakers over to the Magic. So, not the Magic. I was looking at the Magic beforehand. So I said Magic, but I meant Mavericks. So the Heat are the 3 seed in the playoffs, and the Mavericks are the 6 seed. So we can just go back. They're both down 2-0. And Dallas gets swept 4-0. And Kobe's over here down 3-1. 3-2. 3-3. Kobe can come back here, win in Game 7 to move on to the second round. Is he going to pull it off? It's going to be close if he does. And he's got it. Kobe moves on to the second round. So, in this first round series, what did Shaq average? Shaq averaged 9 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, a block on 38% from the field and 47% from the free throw line. Kobe in the first round, he averaged 23 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, a block on 46% from the field, 35% from the three-point line, and 89% from the free throw line. So Kobe is still in it here. Facing the 7th-seeded Wizards, Game 1 goes to the Wizards, Game 2 goes to the Heat, Game 3 goes to the Heat, Game 4 goes to the Heat, Game 5 goes to the Wizards, Game 6 goes to the Wizards. He's playing in another Game 7 to make it to the conference finals here. He's got to try. He hasn't been to the conference finals yet, I believe, in this simulation. And he will not be making it. He will not be making it. They lose in Game 7 to the Washington Wizards. Conference semifinals, Kobe, he pulled his lower back muscle, so he was out. He only played 4 of the 7 games. He averaged 28, 6, 7, my bad. A steal a night, a block a night, 50% from the field, 38% from the three-point line, and 96% for the free throw line. And it's going to be the Memphis Grizzlies winning the championship. Shaq is not going to retire. We're going another season, I believe, because Kobe's good. He's on a 2-year deal. Shaq's on a 1-year deal. So, and neither of them are in the lottery. So, I will see you at the end of the 2010-2011 NBA season. End of the 2010-2011 season. Of course, neither of them are winning MVP. And Kobe's all-NBA first team averaging 26, 6, and 5 with 2 steals. 48% from the field, 43% from the three-point line, and 87% from the free throw line. Shaq's not making any team. Shaq's washed. Kobe also made all-defensive second team. Shaq even got traded to the Celtics mid-season, and they missed the playoffs. Where's he at down here? 75 overall. Averaged 5 points, 3 rebounds, on 42% from the field, 58% from the free throw line. But they finished 37-45, 11th in the East. And that's ironic because he was on the Celtics in 2010-11. But round 1 versus the Cavs for the Heat. Game 2 goes to the Cavs. Game 3 goes to the Heat. Game 4 goes to the Heat. And Game 5 goes to the Heat. They win in 5. That was my cat jumping off me. Anyway. Let's see what he averaged. Kobe first round. Averaged 29, 4, and 5 with 2 steals and a block a night on 53% from the field, 48% from the three-point line, and 81% from the free throw line. Second round versus the Hawks. Game 1 goes to the Heat. Game 2 goes to the Heat. Game 3 goes to the Heat. And we sweep there. Now he's in the conference finals, man. So, second round, he averaged 26, 5, and 6 with a steal a night on 52% from the field, 54% from the three-point line, and 69% from the free throw line. Conference finals versus the Magic. Game 1 goes to the Heat. Game 2 goes to the Magic. Game 3 goes to the Magic. Game 4 goes to the Heat. Game 5 goes to the Magic. Game 6 goes to the Magic, and we lose. Well, Kobe loses. He broke his left ankle again in Game 6. He averaged 26, 6, and 4 with 3 steals and a block a night on 57% from the field, 50% from the three-point line, and 88% from the free throw line. Grizzlies win another title. And Shaquille O'Neal retires. So that is going to do it for this video. I hope, actually I want to check NBA records. Let's check the top 10s and everything. So, Kobe is number 10 here at 26,000. Shaq's not up here. Field goals made. Kobe down there at 15 with 9,000. Threes made. Kobe's 15 with 1,400. Free throws made. Kobe's 16 with 5,900. Rebounds, neither of them are up here. Assists, neither of them are up here. Blocks, neither of them are up here. Steals, neither of them are up here. Minutes, neither of them are up here. Turnovers, neither of them are up here. Points per game, neither of them are up here. Field goal percentage, neither of them are up there. 3-point, obviously no. Free throw percentage, neither of them are up there. Rebounds per game, neither of them are up there. Same thing with assists, same thing with blocks, same thing with steals, and same thing with minutes. Games played, obviously, those are all broken because of Travis Outlaw somehow. But games played and fouls, they're not up there. Shaq is number 6 in 40-point games with 73. Kobe's number 13 with 61. 50-point games, Shaq is number 7 with 9. Kareem Rush had 9 50-point games. Anyway, Kobe's 11th with 7. And 60-point games, yeah, neither of them are up there. Triple doubles, no for both of them. And that is it for us. Shaq is interestingly not going to get in the Hall of Fame because he didn't do anything after his, after 2004, he didn't do anything. He's not going to get in the Hall of Fame. He's not going to get his jersey retired by LA. But that is it for today's video. And I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. This has been The Chosen One, FN, and we're out.